shins out. It's pretty straightforward for EDG right now. Need to carry Sivir would complete the scaling option. You're going to say, screw it, we wave clear. If there was anybody who could ever match Varus to secure the kills they were hoping for. Bottle Crab being potentially jumped on here. In the push, though, there are a couple of people. Ultra Prime around 3, Talon Strike. Going to try and get the Skull Crab regardless. There's a road down for each on the Rumble! And they end up getting first blood regardless. EDG
to recover a little bit. Comes on to Saber.
Saber does manage to get walking away, though. He's pretty speedy there with the phase rush. Oh, now coming around for an angle. Has the Chains of Corruption. Lands it well into the arrow. And Xiaoxia is a dead cow. Now the jump over the wall and Saber trying to come back and re-engage. Has to flash out through from the bot lanes and solo lanes, all resetting to try and find the matchup they were looking for. Easy dragon takes and setup to a bit hard, but a nice little play there from Arn. Gets the cleanse out of Bayer because, of course, Chains of Corruption landed and there was no spell.
Fighting against Varus Annie at this item point, dangerous choice for Ultra Prime to make.
Flash on in with the Magnet Storm after, and my voice will have to jump up an octave or two. They're going to jump onto the Alistair afterwards to throw down the Chains of the Unbreakable Will, but he's still rooted in place by those Chains of Corruption. Bayer now in danger, and EDG just wipe the fight.
ZDZ with the flash.
Test this with an additional upside of being able to just play for mid tier 1. I think that might be their aim here.
So Dragon's going to go down, even that up, but the mid lane tier 1 turret is such a good one to take. No longer will Sivir be able... you do not want to take that too easily. No fight comes through just yet. Equalizer goes down.
Decent angle, but the all out of the other side. They'll just blow up the Rumble. Not safe at all. Win becomes lightning lands. It's enough of a slow. The Audacious Charge extended range because he hit that W. Will just about miss the second. Lightning does not strike twice. But they get another kill. They get a shove onto the tier 2. Bayer's trying to clear the way, but he's hit by the Chains of Corruption. Needs to go down. Palkia pulls it back with a Magnet Storm. Out from under the turret. And they will be able to get a hold of that AD carry. And the tier 2 not able to be taken quite yet without the lack of wave. Maybe done enough to hold on to that of Ultra Prime, but more members dead.
Tibbers was tanking the tower for a little bit more, and they just overstay. They think they're safe under this turret. They're just not. Tanking things a little bit more with the Annie Tibbers, and Junha has so often been the guiding light for this team, struggling a lot.
Agent Tankin pretty low, but managed to get on top of Angel. Has to flash on out of that Disintegrate now. Has got a stun up and running. Won't be able to get in range for the Incinerate. Now Xiaoxia looking to turn this around. Has got an Annie running, but is stunned up by that trample. An Electro Harpoon brings the Annie down.
Another side lane play.
Look like it. DDZ about to get jumped. 4 people coming for his skull. No one going to be able to respond, so it's him alone. Can try and go all out. Buys a bit of time here. Pathmaker shield and the footwork doing its best work. Big 3-man all out with the Pathmaker as well, but it's just not enough. And the turret will fall, as will ZDZ. But Atakan in the picture-in-picture goes to EDG, so it is certainly a decent trade in the grand scheme of things.
So kill and tower for Atakan. Push onto the inner turret as well. Remember, there are 3 grubs from Ultra Prime. What's going to be the response here? Angel doesn't have TP. Palkia could fly over the wall, not choosing to do so. Realm War out to safety. Nice. Xiaoxia not left behind. I was wondering a bit there. Ultra Prime failed in the grouped up fight. Do go.
What I said earlier, might also come up, and here will be the second dragon, likely to EDG. I don't realistically think John Howe's getting in here in time. He will not.
PCS as well, I believe, as well. Yeah, it was One Sword is his name. Bit of a prodigy himself. Was on Frankie's. What's the A came out from PCS? Trying to remember.
One Sword!
But the problem is now, Ultra Prime, they are going to be trading one tower, but they're losing
really annoying control wall placement. Did you see they put it down and they pinged it over? Hang on, why can we not see this here? TP
here's the side lane play. Ultra Prime really need this kind of play.
Go all out there, drags them away. The Realm Warp comes on through. CDC tries to respond. That's not a great equalizer, actually. Gonna get the 2-man. Q3 flashes away, buying a bit of time, but there's just too much damage. The thing is, resets are gonna have to come on through. Saber's teleported already. They tried to do Baron, but it's a poke Varus. It's not really the best taker of it, and they can't rush it. And they're gonna have the Chains of Corruption. Potential ability to break it back on out with the Unbreakable Will, but Xiaoxia, even with the flash, will not be able to get out to safety. And remember, damage resistance not enough to keep him alive. Now they go right back to the Baron, and the man advantage is neutralized.
I would have thought that actually Ultra Prime would have come out of this from a slight advantage, because it didn't look like EDG, as you were saying, could rush the Baron, but losing Xiaoshu, again, one of our rookie supports here in the LPL. That does open up the opportunity again. Parakia is going to go over, pop that blast cone, and it's on Ultra Prime to retake the pit, Valorant style.
Jumping onto the backline, Angel with another good stun. Palkia also over the wall. They've got the response from ZDZ available, has got the teleport. Saber is shoving in the bot lane, is not going to roam up and join. That makes this a 3v4 in the top side right now as Junhao tries to go on in with that ultimate. The Cyclone really just doesn't have enough, but the Boomerang Blade after certainly does. But a trade of just your support for Baron, you take that as EDG.
Exactly. All members but that Rel will be very happy taking in a ton of territory across the map and shutting down Ultra Prime's previously very strong side map plays.
Okay, EJ, potentially in danger of Xiaohouse coming around, trying to take away this Gromp.
Also, thank you very much for the gifts of that, Humanish as well. Nice to see you supporting the community, and I hope you're enjoying yourself watching the show.
Welcome. Thank you for your support. I don't know why I've gone with this accent as Angel gets a big chunk onto Saber. Flash away as Flash to Flash. Realm now coming on forward. I don't know how deep they want to go for this. Another stun trapped under the turret. Junhao will get out to safety, but took a lot of damage doing it. He's gone right back towards where Tibbers was, so he's not escaped the damage. The burn is pretty good, but it is still nerfed Tibbers all these months later, and with the burn still on, not enough, but all the while inhibitor turrets falling.
Welcome to 2023 Addy build, by the way. The Tibbers sits on top of you with double burn and the Rylai slowing you into it, and Junhao has to get the hell out of that. Inhib goes down, Ultra Prime, I mean, they get the tower, but it doesn't feel like it's an even trade at all, and Angel's still chasing down with the Rylai slows.
He's got Molten Shield as well. He's quite a quick little girl. That Annie is out of your nightmares. Hansel and Gretel, eat your hearts out. Chains of Corruption land on for Junhao, just out of range of the hail of arrows.
Civet. That is something. The 3-item Civet makes a difference, has that Infinity Edge. Potentially, that could just be enough for what they want.
It is where you fight them. Control ward fight in that little pixel bush off the side of the tier 2. Little fight as well. Also in the jungle on the other side. Bush control being very heavily contested by EDG. Want to make sure that Ultra Prime see nothing right now.
Clearing out that wave again. Parakia, okay. That's going to be the equals dropped as well. Realm will try and force the engage.
Parakia is going to try and crash down with the Manic Storm, but the ult immediate from Xiaoxu gets a lot of stun to Angel, means he doesn't get a full combo until way too late. They lose 2. Nice engage from Saber. They get the value they need by you're not quite dying to the piercing arrow. Ejang also gets to the backline. Xiaoxu trying to fly away. Xiaohao, I apologize. Doing his best to get some value out. On flashes out, ZDZ goes all out. Hail of Arrows comes on down. Saber potentially in danger, goes golden though. Massive 3-man on Tofo strike still means nothing. Wonderful play from Ultra Prime to break the backs of 4 members.
The 3-item Civet gets the free fire, and Ultra Prime using their ultimates chase down the plays. I don't know whether they'll be able to finish off the Varus. They are. The spell shield's popped.
Gonna try and barrier for a second, but Junhao will immediately Nimbus Strike. Does get the rumble on the way out, and there is some unfortunate waves in the base, but that is a big pick. No Baron for a minute or so, but eventually every single member of EDG is brought low.
Yeah, that was a huge fight for Ultra Prime. Huge from them. Using the Equalizer slow into the Realm Warp. The tower's gonna go. Lines form up. Equalizer has been terrifying for EDG to deal with, and if that gives space for the Civet, that is a one-team fight for Ultra Prime. Dragon started up, watch for that Equalizer.
Walk as well, back up and available. The last fight, engage off that. That was good! Stun on the back line! Down goes the Rumble. Engage from Palkia. Prevents the Realm Warp turnaround! Huge stuff from the Realm. The Magnet Storm is a Category 5 masterclass. Bayer goes down to Xiaohao and flashes in to make sure the Audacious Charge does its work. Junhao goes as well. Soul secured, and EDG right the wrongs of the topside play.
For those of you watching out for the Equalizer, I'm sorry you didn't get to see anything. Angel picks off the Rumble and will win the game.
And they'll head straight onto those Nexus turrets. Dragon secured, fight secured, and most importantly, game secured as well. Ultra Prime struck back and tried to make it competitive, but EDG in the end called the ambulance. It just wasn't for them.
Game 1 of Split 3 LPL 2025. I think at the end of it, maybe they do lack a little bit of engage, but I think they've done a lot of good answering to what Ultra Prime have put onto the table.
On the other side, I think Ultra Prime, if it's a comp agnostic, you want to fight this Trundle with red buff. It's a pretty miserable time, and Vi at level 2 is just not a champion.
Oh, Parakia going forwards.
Oh, yeah, remember, still has the flash. May just need to burn it and doesn't. Just dies straight up. Kill in the 2v2 on, and Palkia, really good engage. The god of space finds an engage, and Junhao still in danger at the level 2, getting chomped, getting run out. There's the press the attack. This Vi is in so much danger. If you don't flash soon, you're going to die. Flash on forward. Xiaohao gets another kill. It's all going wrong for Ultra Prime.
3 winning lanes, a kill in the 2v2 and in the jungle matchup. that terrain where you move quickly and attack quickly. So if you get that slow, and you also get the move speed thing under your feet, you get to chase people down very well. And then your E is
it might be a lot harder now for Ultra Prime to fully contest this. Looking for a potential Hex Flash in. Palkia now quite deep. ZDZ here to defend. They're going to throw down the quickness. But the Poppy W prevents the easy engage. Now in a tricky position with the quickness down as well. How much do they have to work with? Saber's caught in the pit and dies to the Renekton Dragon. Surely EDGs.
Ultra Prime gets stuck into the meat grinder and are made into sausages the old-fashioned way. Is that going to be a wall stun? Yes, it is.
And going to be knocked down here, surely. But the exhaust is enough.
2,000 gold lead. And I don't think it's been a bad series of games for them today. Junhao's going to go forward, pulls that ult. There's the ult we were looking for.
Damage comes on down. EDG going to be in potential danger here. Teleports coming on forwards. The curtain's called, but the Poppy not picked. Ultra Prime struggling to make their own combo work here as ZDZ throws down the ultimate, trying to get some damage down with the Dominus and a culling of the Meek. Angel now looking for a potential flank angle barrier with no ult and no flash. Still going to get out to safety for now. The winning comes on through, but that mid-tier 1 is dead to rights. EDG running over this game at this point.
Yeah, their early advantages are just too strong now.
Xiaohao can actually look for a bit of a gremlin smite fight. A chomp and a smite might do it. There's an eye facing, but it's just going to go down. Knock away of 2. That's actually significant. 3-person engage as they interrupt the attempted dash with a well-timed Poppy W. Still gets over the wall. In goes ZDZ, a slice of the dice. And it rolls natural ones for Ultra Prime's health bars. They're down for the count. They lose their top lane.
The flash Poppy W stops the dash out. And despite the Herald being killed by Ultra Prime, they cannot claim it. ZDZ goes deeper.
In they go. Another good interrupt. Palkia pressing the steadfast presence exactly when required. Beautiful stop to prevent the re-engage. Xiaoxia just stopped in his tracks.
How wonderful is it how Palkia, the god of space, denies that area from Ultra Prime. This space is his. She uses the third one, waiting on that fourth for Ocean Salt, and just kind of game Ocean Salt pretty nasty too. If Renekton pulls that ultimate, yeah, you're not killing him anytime soon. So it's going to be Dragon traded for Turret, which is an objective bounty. I suppose that is a trade up in terms of
as it could have been. So I hope we can get across.
ZDZ spots out Eugen here. Does he pull the ultimate? Gets that empowered W onto him. Barak is coming down.
Diced on through. Still got a dice to work with. The slice is the first part, isn't it?
Comes
Here
Angel.
The TP. Angel is indeed coming. What do you do here? In goes between worlds. The steadfast present comes on through and he just pillared away. Men at work. EDG put down the sign. And Trundle helps pick it up for ZDZ.
Roadworks ahead. I'm sure.
started
up. Dragon is up in a minute too. Ultra Prime, and they're going to be forced to fight. And this is where the problems come in. You have to engage into a team which has so many tools to deal with. You ult misses from Eugen.
And get some value back. Over they go as ZDZ teleports in with a Dominus flash over, but Bayer does get out with his own flash. But ZDZ's so damn scary. Xiaoxia's nearly dead. Burned out is Junhao. Bayer now in danger. Xiaohao keeps going forwards and whacking them with the truncheon. Trying to get away ZDZ. Flash on forwards. At least they finally get one. The curtains are caught, but it's all body block. They all line up. And they can only get one in response.
Ultra Prime will have to sign up for the matinee. Absolute hell for them. Ocean Soul to EDG. Atakan soon to follow.
That is a literal 1v4 from the Renekton. He's a big boy at this point.
I love this so much, man.
Bot lane, tier 1, Under Siege.
Is that the sequel to Worms Forts Under Siege?
I wish we'd gotten a sequel to that.
For those of you who never played Worms Forts Under Siege, also lose me the game. I remember that to this day, Sam.
I don't, but that's
Junhao ulting on. He's way out of position.
Ooh, does like to get over into the red buff pit. Maybe not as far as they thought he was. Junhao now a little bit split on. Is still going to go very low and finally goes down. Junhao gets a bit of healing, but it's not enough. Claiming a turret elsewhere. Somehow is Trundle, I'm assuming, with the wave push happening. Angel now hunting for Xiaoxia, who's very low indeed. A last auto and a Q will probably do the Rakan in. 2 for 1. Plus a few more turrets.
Okay, this is a little too far, but I mean, Bayer's just returning the favor. Why are you stood there? That's a dead Jin.
He stood 6 foot deep is where he's actually stood. That's a very early grave he's stepping into, and another person dead. Now they can head towards this tier 3. What on earth do you do now as Saber and Eugen? That turret is dead to right. They'll get a shielded around, but it's shoved away by Palkia, who will heal, get himself back up to full HP and be just fine.
Oh, the Ocean Soul.
Ocean Soul is ridiculous. Public execution comes on down, and Angel says, yeah, but eat a weirding. How's that one work? Gonna get a shielded around for. What does a Galio do against such reckless bunny hate?
A red day, a sword day. Here the sun rises. EDG charge into the battle lines. Arn goes down. The rest.
Okay, gonna look for something. Xiaohao flashes, trying to get a chomp down here. Doesn't want to burn the pillar until he's already gone too far forwards. Another chomp, another few autos. That is a very dead Rakan.
What can you do here as Ultra Prime? They can't afford, they just could not afford to fall as far behind in vision, importantly. Miracle Steal, maybe not now he's been seen.
Yeah, he will pull away, and Palkia is stepping along forwards, looking to ensure that, again, he can just deny all the space available. The fastest Baron of all time, but it is going down. Angel now coming on over, goes across the veil, starting to the wall. Palkia caught between worlds, and unfortunately, he chooses the other side to go to. Echan gonna run away from this very scary killer bunny. Back towards the Baron they go. Bait successful. Junhao dead. Balya dead. And Ultra Prime are out of options.
The choke point was created by dead Ultra Prime teammates, and the dead keep it. EDG say that the way is shut, and they will close the series out onto Ultra Prime. Baron down. They have 100% objective rate in this second game. Again, Bayern Xiao, one of our most green bot lanes, one of our least veteran ones, and he does have a veteran in Arn alongside him, who, you know, I don't think he's necessarily been top tier for the rest of the year, but he's a stabilizing influence. EDG doing well here. Another wallstone, nearly missed there.
Comes the Keeper's verdict. Sorry, the steadfast presence. There's the Keeper's verdict, and that's a very dead Vi. Vi stands for violence committed upon ye, as in comes Gallia with the hero's entrance, but I think this is a villain's tale, as EDG prove themselves a little too deadly. You may fire when ready. The Death Star wins this one as they group up and destroy the Rebel base. Ultra Prime will lose for the second time in a row. 2-0 to EDG. Calm, convincing. Welcome to the LPL, Palkia. Let's keep this forward.
Allow the Nauts to go a roaming. Now, yeah. FPX. Decent engage from the Nautilus. Dragon's going to go over to the side of FPX. Easily taken after their bot lane. This Q steal potential, wanting to line it up with the Shinzao smites, and he misses it. I.e. going in now, dashing in, doesn't have that flash to disengage. Care comes over the global, flicks back. The shockwave definitely helps take down that Shinzo, though, and I.e. oh, it's not a good entry into this game. Welcome to the LPL. Q missing from Jatchi, but will you have that E to follow up anyway? Hook for ult traded between the Nautilus and the Xayah. 1-for-1, all things said. Killer team uptime and continued DPS. Which means that the cooldown boots are often quite valuable. Also means your teleport goes on a little bit more. Here comes the global from Tien, contesting the dragon. Hook goes wide from Jue. IE goes in. There's no follow-up. There's absolutely no follow-up, and he's burst. Burst down. The ultimate comes through. It means absolutely nothing. FPX lose their jungler again. Shockwave held until the later parts of the fight, and without a care in the world, Weibo will take down Care, securing the fight and the Dragon Breed, winning the 1v1 on the top side as well. FPX. Did you like that? That was dotting the IEs and crossing the Ts. I thought that was good. The Pantheon ults on there, so we got the extra Q spear damage. Good E there to deny damage from both backliners. Chris following up, as Rakan's typically been very good. Shockwave held late into the fight. Yeah, very easy. And a solo kill for Xiao, who's a comeback to live. Care has no flash still. Wall got the clockwork wind up. Shove misses. Phase rush came through, which meant he could walk through everything else. Yeah. Clean combat. Didn't even need the ult. Just clockwork wind up. Dodges the shove. The Luden's power spike. Tier 2 boots to tier 2 boots. Care got absolutely blasted. Still has, he does have flash now. Is it going to be enough? Goes under the turret. The combo comes in from jungle support. Chris, welcome back to Weibo. Care 3 deaths, and it feels like as many minutes. So it goes down again. Top tower will go down for the first tower of the game. Weibo claiming that feats of strength. Tien has been absolutely everywhere. Xiaohu very active. The Weibo know that the Ezreal's not here. I don't think they do. Walking it down. Might have to be a trade of Pantheon E for Hook. How important is this going to be? Shield goes on to Tien. Smite comes through. It's actually the Xayah which secures it as well. Tien, good E there. Shockwave comes through. Goes on to 2. Sheer low HP. But it feels like now FPX maybe have a chance to run them down. Can't completely go through the fight, though. And all it ends up being is HP bars traded. Dragon. Now it has to be the teleport coming in from Breathe. Could be danger. Hook misses from Jue, though. Tried to predict the flash. Combo comes in from Breathe. Teleport. Not teleport. The ultimate coming in through from Tien. Pops that E. Temporary frontline valuable. Xiao, who can start to put down the slows now. Flash away from IE with that in mind. Flashes away from the distance. Another hook misses from Jue. Not good accuracy on them. And the play set up a laptop to stream onto TikTok. Atakan's coming back up now. Only spawned a minute ago now. But they are far ahead, I suppose. 3.5k is nothing to sniff at. They are tanking this right now, though. FPX, I mean, they do have Jue with Smite from the spellbook. No Smite from Chris. Wall comes in. IE goes in as well. Well, they have to pull that ultimate. No flash. Further pullback is nasty. Ezreal ult not going to tank the heal. Moose speed coming down to Smite fight. It's the Nautilus Smite, which claims it. Have to be careful of those spellbooks. I don't think Weibo pressed tab to check where they were. FPX getting themselves important objective. And yeah, league of its own. Welcome to the channel. Hope you don't like it. Xiaohu. Gonna walk down and force Sheer into a very losing position. Sheer puts down the Halid Mist, and yeah, you might be immune for a little bit, but not to everything. Xiaohu takes another kill, going towards the death cap second. Xiaohu is going to be a walking... Xiaohu again, choosing to teleport to the right side to join his team. He doesn't want to be left alone. Dragon's gonna go down, though. Can they use this? Oh, he's trying to go for the Q steal. Chemtech soul point, maybe not the most valuable. Mid lane turret will come down. I think that shockwave removing so much HP. On the bot lane and turret, so that'll be another 700 gold over towards him. Happy for that. FPX not able to get poked down, not able to contest, lose a tower, and they just bleeding out. Losing jungle camps, losing towers, losing dragons. In the great spot for FPX, teleporting back in. Do they peel off? I mean, they might just go for the full split hit. Shinza's not even nearby. IE is not here for the smite. Goes down as the Baron. Breathe flashes out, and an instant kill comes back onto the Nautilus. And FPX can't find the fight. Care jumping in, trying to slip things away. Xiaohu and Breathe not there. Maybe this is the damage differential they need. Good flick back. But here come the carries. Again, Xiaohu has that shockwave and catches Care. That's going to be a dead till he goes down. Throw another rock onto the gravestone of Care. FPX, they take no one down. They lose the Baron and they lose 4 members. Jachi, the sole member left to tell the tale, and perhaps even that will not be able to be that secure for that long. Tien does have the flash, doesn't want to have to use it, and in fact doesn't need to use it. Tao will go down, goes from 0 to 100 real quick. Weibo take everything and will slow bleed FPX out in game 1. FPX outclassed in team fights and macro in game number 1. One last kill to round it out, i.e. that is not the kind of competition, is that you press the button before your ultimates hit, and it then allows you to stick around in the fight for the follow-up Sejuani passives. Nasty. However, IE coming in towards mid lane. Passive comes through, melee synergy going under the turret, and they'll get the first blood. IE will die under turret, though, making it a one.
We thought there might be at this point in his career, but here we are. Of course, I'm assuming you talked about the Taric at this point as well. Enchanted with the Lucian. Dominant. Up come Grubs though, and FPX are starting them up. They claim the first one.
Hair on the side.
Finds an angle onto Crisp, who's taken very damn low. He's tanky for a moment. We'll try and throw down a little bit of CC. Finally goes down as Jachi is forced to burn the culling as well. That's a lot of tools to bring down a Leona and a lot of time burned on it. They'll still secure 2 Grubs, so probably, in the grand scheme of things, a worthwhile trade for now.
It's Weibo. Don't want to do it. They don't have the first item on Sivir just yet. They have a Cultivator, and now Weibo are playing.
Player, Herald's being started here, so
yeah, we're going to get a contest. Breeze coming in. Does have flash and ult. Herald's going down, but the contest is late.
So they have the backside, but the ult still triggers, and now you've got a load of invulnerable Taric about it, but Jachi didn't get the invul. Does it matter? Is the question after his Xiaohu's gone in. They managed to pick up 2. The bot lane dead, but it is traded back for 2 in return. Flash away from the Q3. Xiaohu's still in danger as the Permafrost comes on down. Trying to get damage over Sheer, but the ricochets. Care, though, untouched, unbinds his soul. And we'll have that far off, though. Maybe if they can buy time, they can get there in time. Look at Breathe, looking for another angle. Sheer, buying some time. Does have the equalizer, drops it onto Light. That's a valuable target. Care is not in the play anymore, though. Got split off, but still managed to find a Fate Seal onto not very many people because a good flash out. Dragon, secured by Eye. Important. Now Care, a little low, but gets out to safety. No one dies. Opportunistically.
Really need to see if the Aurora is going to teleport in. That's a lot of Weibo's gold right now. Chris caught out again.
Oh, takes a lot of damage. He's just not tanky. Decides to go forward to try and get something. Can't do it. Overcomes Breathe finally. But they burned a lot to kill a Leona. In comes the Cosmic Radiance, though. And again, they're invulnerable. Sheer now here. He is not, however. There's not the best equalizer. Everyone has to bounce away. Jachi low, but alive. Sheer flashes away. Tien looking for more. Light hopping on forwards. Looking for a boomerang blade and some ricochets. The 2-fold Hex will bring down Sheer. That's double boy. All around bot side. Cosmic Radiance, I think, is back up and available. It's difficult to tell with that coloration.
No, you can see there's a little bit of
I know. It's the reason I was like, I don't know. That coloration's not far off, but here comes the teleports. We go again.
Weibo onto the objective first. IU, how good is a smite key? Good HP for now.
Chris flashes flashes away. In comes the Glacial Prison. Tien taken low. Breathe the back end of it, trading up with Dre, but that's not the easiest target as Jachi brings down the Leona. Ido dies. That's the jungler out for the count. What about the back end of the Between World comes on down. The Dragon now secured by Tien. All the while, the Cosmic Radiance finally armed. Breathe now in danger. The Piercing Light gets a shield with a Repudiation. Will still go down. Care on the other side gets work done, but Xiaohu finally brings him low. But they lose 4 members. Dragon secure, but it's a hefty cost they pay.
Yeah, IE dies before he can get that smite down, but Weibo this time get completely stopped by the Tarics, but needs to be careful. Adcon might be gone before he's there.
They popped on the hunter. I don't think they're getting there in time. They're going to try and get here shortly, but Tien is miles away. The Glacial Prison slow. Force a backstep from Tien as well. Atakan secured. Didn't get that many petals from it as yet. Still in a decent position. Cosmic Radiance now coming on through. Bird goes into the backline with a perfect execution, but will not find anything. And in goes Care. The fates are indeed sealed. Between Worlds gets some time on out, and actually, they don't get much on the end of it. Unfortunately for FPX, the ricochets begin to fly, and the problem is if light isn't touched, the end result is still the boomerangs flying everywhere.
I've no idea how Jachi got caught up that far away from enemy territory, but
Mid
he
lane
did.
tier 1 is gone. You need to back away, my son. Does so. Dragon spawned. EX a little behind the curve because they just lost pressure in mid lane. Again, in the river. FPX gonna have to face check.
Dway, oh, good chunk there onto him. From Xiao, who has smite from the spell book, so they have 2-1 in terms of smites.
Flash to work with. Dazzle gonna try and jump onto Crisp, who flashes away the equalizer. Not fantastic. Glacial Prison gets onto Light, who has to flash away. Crisp now down. Look at Breathe on the other side. They're looking for an angle. Cosmic Radiance comes on down. Doesn't really get as much as they might be hoping, but they still get the smite. Dragon secured. FPX with Soul.
IE gets the smite. Didn't even need the spell book from Dway. It's just DK versus D. They're pushing mid lane. Surely you have to contest. I know you're down your support. Chris with another poor fight from him. The Barons is going to be gone because they're slow to move.
Gonna go into the backline, fate sealed on 3! Light needs to run, but to where? It's the end of the tunnel and the freight train of Care was waiting for you. There's another Metallica reference to go. Breathe goes down for the count as well. Breathes no more. 3 down, Baron secured, and FBX in control.
Light just doesn't press the spell shield key, not expecting the Yone ultimate, but doesn't react either. FBX might have just brought us to a 3rd game.
Oh, well. Continuing to hump for a little bit more. On the prowl for tier 3s. Weibo have to hold the line somehow, but they got 20 seconds to work with, and it's a 3k gold lead. It's Baron, it's Soul. The 2-man advance. Equalizer comes across, forces the Veil from Xiaohu, goes between worlds, gets a decent chunk into the backline. He's trying to clear the minions, but he just doesn't have enough in the tank. I appreciate the attempt. It had to be done. But it'll be rabbit stew for dinner as FPX rise from the ashes of game 1 aptly. Bomb plus Phoenix bring us to 3. Aatrox being considered. It's no matchup into the Renekton, has been rearing its head again. We've seen a few very nasty Aatrox performances of late. Being out there. But if you're trying to be stealthy about it, try not to hit the walls there, or people will know exactly what you're doing. It's a big sign saying, yo, Viego's in the pit.
Your lane lead over Sheer. Going towards about 20 CS. I think it goes down to about 15 once the wave starts to equalize. You see that get any more than this. If it gets more than that, then the Aatrox starts to play from behind the game significantly. You really don't want that. Execution is calling, already getting some value. Breathe, crashing in again, pops that ultimate.
Promise for World Ender. Sheer, though, didn't get the chance to press a Q or anything. Finally does. Gets the Infernal Chains. Gets a few autos back. There's the Deathbringer stance. Decent trade back in the HP bar, but of course with the Rage stacked, a few more empowered abilities get scary. Over the grubs we go. IE gets 1 grub, flashes immediately away. Nice attempt from Chris, gets into the backside, roots some people up, the stuns come on forward, the pillar, nasty, all over the play, even a flash on forwards from Tien. Secures the club wall up and a chomp. Ensures Viego is dead.
Viego goes a little too far looking for the grub and then doesn't get out before the CC comes through. These early grub fights have really been where the team that wins the game starts to pull ahead, air out the abilities and ult of his choice, and then switch around into the DPS weapons after Dragon started. They're going to clear out that ward. Breathe coming down early. Sheer choosing to teleport.
On in now. They get the wave shot, so now of course going to have the loss of that wave. Sheer throws down the ult, chunk onto Crisp. Jump away though as Dway goes into the Mega Inferno Bomb. They find a massive combo with the Aphelios, but no kills coming on through quite yet until just now. Turnaround as the Aphelios is murdered by Xiaohu. What's happening with the rest of this fight though? Breed looking to be threatening on the front line as this Renekton shielded around on two. Go in, does IE gets another body. It's the Trundle. Big value. Breed will dice on through, flash on up, but slowed down by the smite. Hit with that Spectral Maw and will surely fall. Body secured, and IE gets a double.
HP bar isn't zero. Try again. Teleport in from the Renekton. Weibo looking to try their luck again. Once again, look for those resets. Jachi on Severin Crescendo.
Looking for some value here. Make no mistake about it. Herald, take it. Weibo Gaming get that. That's feats of strength as well. Now the fight commences on the side. Sheer, chunked low by Xiao, who burns the tippers to make it happen. But I think Weibo are happy enough with their prize. Third objective. Reset coming on through for Kev, but again, he just blew his flash. He needs to get this off and is interrupted by the pillar. Oh dear, Galio. Not a fun time. Slow down, gets a shielded round. Phase rushes out. Actually be out to safety. TM burns the ult for that. We'll get to tier 1. Realistically means Dragon will be FPXs, but I don't think WBG care all that much.
No, choose not to contest at all. Get some value elsewhere. Now, if they get a double tower trade, this is very much worth them. They get themselves in a turret. So, 2 turrets for 1 Dragon. Care forced off of the wave. Get themselves the gold value. Mostly shared between the Renekton and the Trundle. I suppose those are not the best members to go towards the actual gold value. FPX will gold onto the Aatrox and the Viego. Who
gets out to safety.
Still waiting for that next reset fight. It's even enough to like going in.
Does go on forward, binding a clip buys some time. Actually gets to run away. Dway now here. TP is coming in, but now surrounded by 4 people. Don't know about that one, Care. Does get headbutted right back into the waiting arms of Tiana. Like Tiana's one who picks it up. Jachi now at 3rd HP. Cannot stick around and defend his turret. Weibo Gaming. Much more like their game 1 form.
Turret's gonna go down. FPX, this is the kind of mistake you can't afford to make. I don't think Weibo on the roster for NEST, but I don't think he played any games. Dway spotted on the ward hit. Dragon's gonna go down. FPX not in position to answer anything. They're gonna let the Dragon go for free. I suppose they can let that one go down. Remember Weibo, last time they were the ones to give up the Dragon, so FPX are a Dragon ahead in that, but it means that Weibo have the extra gold now. Tien, once again, forcing Care to play respectfully. Her tower's gonna go down with the Grubs and 2 members hitting it. Atakan now gonna be even easier to take with that Bastion in that bot lane. Gone for FPX, no tower to help them get a wave across that middle point and give them another entry of attack. FPX, they're just giving up all the objectives.
And the problem is, their carries are still largely at 1 item. They've not got the second items completed. Jachi's not there. IE's not there. Atakan now taken. It's too late anyway. TP's flying. Trying to find some value. Care will manage to run away with the phase rush, but his left. Sheer in danger. Flash ults away. Breed gets a big cover. Goes in between. Into the Galio all after the hero's entrance. They bring a load of people down. Crisp now in danger. Gets the pulverize to buy time, but over the wall comes Jachi with a blast cone and gets another kill secured. But Atakan did go the way of Weibo Gaming. Flash in the pan? Maybe, but it is some gold back.
Weibo get the objectives so far. Jachi, don't walk up on this way. Please don't walk up on this way if that's how you die, friend.
Oh boy, he's got the rail behind him. Flash away, but it's just too late. He dies on that one. Tried to get to the wave. They had some people waiting, but it just wasn't close enough. The time to kill is too short. They'll pick up the Trundle, though. Makes that the 1-for-1, and with the smite down, now things get a bit interesting. Shielded around onto Crisp. He's in danger. She's got the world ends to work with. Misses the Q and the Infernal Chain.
So, 1-for-1, all things said and done. They don't really want to do. Supports want to be allowing their AD carry to safely sit in mid lane, then go roam somewhere, put down vision, go for engages, blah, blah, blah. Xiaohu can find IE. Oh, that's a dead Viego.
Yeah, face checks it, sees him coming. Blasts the face off the Ruined King. Xiaohu quite happy to pick that one up. And 30 seconds till the Dragon. You're definitely not playing for Soul Point now when Baron's up as well.
That is your side lane's falling apart.
It's a 3-item Kai'Sa. This thing will disappear. You've got a Trundle as well. 2 of your better Baron takers. It is a dead Purple Worm. Secured. Dragon's going to be up. We'll get to Soul.
Okay. We had too much armor. Ability to shrug off that kind of burst. No longer. Tower's starting to fall. Weibo making good use of the Baron buff. Yeah, okay, this champ is kind of broken when he can chomp turrets. Teleport back in towards the bot lane from Breed. He's got Terminus as a Renekton. That's an item build of all time.
He's going really heavy damage here. I can back up that one.
I've never seen that before. That is so fun. That's really cool to see. Terminus Renekton. Never seen that one.
The build path sucks, but the item itself feels pretty good, right?
Yeah, get the Empowered W, get a million resist and shred off of it too. We'll take that. Definitely helps shredding alongside the Renekton. It's like a kind of a pseudo Black Cleaver, I suppose. What's that?
Alrighty then, that has to be the play. Difficult spot. Again, you do scale pretty well, Dwayne. Missing that Shattering Strike means they have to pull away. Not enough threat on the tower takers. Final inhibitor under siege. You lose that and the minions will come pouring on in.
FPX trying to defend as best they can. They have much of a choice in this one, so it's completely gone. Game doesn't end. Weibo go on to soul points. FPX still 8,000 gold behind. Do they see the Baron going down? Oh, they're definitely heading towards it. See if they can get there in time.
I don't know, Chris. I think the Baron is just gone, taken. Fight after now an angle. Chris breaks. Makes his will unbreakable. That's the correct way to play.
Teleport into the base.
Into the teleport to the base. They're not here. They're going to try and get behind. Renekton now on a flank angle. Can they turn on to Breathe, potentially? He's gone pretty deep for this.
Oh, he's very separated, but can they find the angle? No, they can't. And that's going to be a flash over the wall from Tien.
Chachi split apart by that. Flashes away. In comes the Galio ultimate, trying to keep him alive. Not really used to all that much value. Chachi does stay alive, but it means he's kind of now very vulnerable to the remaining fight. Chris goes in. They're under the Nexus turret. Damage down on Chway. That's the rel down, but still Chachi trying to fire at best he can. It's not a great weapon combo right now. In they go. Chachi's dead to Breathe. A slice diced and put into cubes, courtesy of their top laner. Sheer goes down as well. And Weibo Gaming secure the 2-1 victory against the Phoenixes. Back to Ashes you go. Cycle complete.
Trade offer, you get
of its own right.
So, last pick of the Alistair for Mako. Allows you to have that temporary front line, someone that can stand in front of the Scion, occasionally stop the job.
Still remained some of the very best in the league. Rookie, of course, has been cursed not to go to internationals pretty much since. It's been a bit of a horror story for him there, despite how good years of play he's had. Hold on the story time, because Hung just gets eats a lot of damage. The turnaround is pretty brutal. Mako's going to have to throw the heal. Hung gets out as well. Garlic for the last shot. Flash away. Lots of close things on the bottom side as top lane, flash for flash, knock up onto the Shy, goes down to the Soul Furnace.
And of course is the Shy lead for IG. And they get themselves much... Oh, the Shy getting ganked again. Shy no flash. Oh, it's the Shy special. Loses the flash, uses the teleport, gets ganked again.
That's a really good lane swap as well, because Jackie's here to pick it up. Says hello from 2018.
Love the fact that Dracula Tread's stream yet, so it does mean he gets the full duration of that stun. But the one which gets me is, for some, and I've completely done this myself, is Realm of Prison and Rune Walk.
You got me to do that, by the way. It was never a problem for me until you mentioned it.
No, and it's not nothing which anyone else has ever had issues with. We have a big fight, the early skirmish is continuing.
Wait, we'll slip on out with the Warrior Trickster. 369, we'll throw out the ult. Doesn't really land onto too many people, but that's a nice flag and drag through too. Rookie left low. Turn around with the stun though. Damage back, but the heal keeps Kanavi alive for a second or two longer, but it's still going to be a pickup by Way. Fourth shot came on through from Gala, reloading. Won't find more. Kanavi, despite the knockup, ends up a little too deep, and Jackie's not there, and he's being run at by the Shine and collapsing. Potentially for more. One final grub to Phyto.
Where's 10? I don't think his smite's going to be back up in time.
The fight he had, yeah. Kanavi flashes, but just gets to jump onto Rookie as a result. Turnaround beginning to come through his way, puts down the cycle. Gala flashes to try and ensure something, but already the Azir's killed off the Annie. Getting the Marshall Cadence fights onto Gala, who flashed to make this play, by the way. Barrier gives him enough time to at least bring Kanavi down to the back end of it. Hung also low as Mako looking to get that one and does finally slap him down for a little bit more. It's a 2 for 2 as it stands. The problem is the damage isn't really here. They'll get the equalizer down. That recall gets something, but 369 looking to get onto the Shy is actually just going for the wave.
Does hit 0, and Mako does end up getting an extra kill beyond that, and it is a real fracas.
Very much is, and at the back end of it, enough time here, I think, to get his flag and drag back up. So
it's like, my dude, you're just casting EQ in front of an overheating Rumble. It's a bit of a problem. Flag drags in.
And there goes the quickness, knock up as well. Trying to get some damage back. Jackie also coming. Doesn't want to burn the flash, though. The Shy, though, losing half his HP.
Ults in 2.
Try and turn this around. Kanavi gets the flag and drag through. He's just dead. Doesn't get a chance to press the button. And they'll be able to kill off the Shy. The wave has crashed. Get some value there. Of course, IG were already attacking the bot lane tier 1. So they're ahead of the curve in terms of not wrong. This is going to get a bit tight. It is being caught up by top esports, but it'll be a desperately close raid. Flag comes back out again. Should still be the side of Invictus Gaming claiming that turret. But closer than I thought it would be at the start of that. I won't lie.
About 3 seconds the difference. 369 not quite able to stop the recall. In fact, does at the very end there. I think he could have maybe ended up... Would love to start off with a win here in this game, in this series, to right the ship. Neither of these teams is happy with how their year has gone, and their last split has gone.
IG in particular have struggled with consistency, to say the least, as Mako has put down the Unbreakable World, trying to buy some time, but he just can't run far enough away, I don't think. The quickness comes on down. Mako about to get in danger, throws the flash out, just about out to safety, I tell a lie. The cow survives.
The flash comes up midway through the play, and it uses it. Used well to get to safety. Top Esports.
And I didn't know how it works. You just walk up, click this red thing at me, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of damage. I'd do it again, I'd be like, wow, it's a lot of damage. And I just did not. Look, this is back when I was silver, folks, so, you know, better times have happened. Dragon Test gets taken by Top Esports, evens out 1-1.
I was there when the old laws were written. Hacks.
Yeah, it's not great for most people.
I kind of would like a Pacific Rim style showdown between Rumble and Sion.
Proper Kaiji battle. Way going up towards top side. There is an ult and a flash for 369. Can they realistically get... it's not a great ult for 369. It's really not.
I think you probably need to flash first. But then again, I think with Way's ability to clone, probably would have been blocked regardless. So maybe just to say, look, I'll just throw the ult down and pray.
Yeah, that's lazy from 369. You had flash, you had ult, didn't have the ward to see if you were safe there. Pushed up a little too far, gives the turret for free to the Shy, and of course the kill gold as well, which sees him a significant amount of gold ahead now. Mistake from 369. Big one.
Big one at that. And again, despite being 0-3 and 0, the Shy gets a kill.
But now with that Aegis built up, will be likely to go into a full-on ending despair afterwards. Mako starts to engage off. Can't really continue it much though. W misses. Here comes Way.
Navi now potentially in danger. How long does he have until the flag is over? Not that long, and actually turns it around onto Mako now. Make his will unbreakable. 369 tries to get the decimating smash down, but is interrupted by the Cyclone. Way will have another option for that. Curtain's also called. Doesn't really lead to all that much. Full shot comes on through, but the damage on the 369, but not the most valuable. Hung goes in and back out again with the battle dance, but now the Shy is here. Massive stun from Rookie, but they're going to turn this around as Hung gets a decent quickness to buy some time for his team's escape, but that's what it has to be as IG continue to hunt for more.
Rookie's Annie doing so much work. The Shy goes too far forward though.
He ends up being traded. Now remember, they've not got that much remaining. Shuffle from Green. Jackie trying to get some feathers down, but Way's going to bop him. And the turnaround not as clean as perhaps they were hoping, but it's still a triple kill for Jackie nonetheless before he goes down. What a messy fight. It's 4 for 2, 3?
4 for 3 as Hung respawns at the end of the play. Top Esports must thank their carries for turning that around. The Shy goes too far forwards, eats a full channel Q from the Sun, and then it's game on. IG had thought they'd won that with a triple stun from the Annie, but Rookie
Reassessing things on the fly. You know, in any other team fight, you would expect the 3-man stun to win the game. It just doesn't work so easily there. Wayno flash bopped into the Rakan, goes down.
Let's pick up a sick kill for Jackie Love on this Sire, who is a very scary bird at this point. Gone from being a pigeon to something a bit more Falcon-like, I think. I'm going to turn on to the Atakan. With it being a relatively bloody game, there'll be a fair number of battles to pick up too.
Never underestimate the humble pigeon. There are reasons why it was the backbone of messaging for a very long time. I feel bad for
Get to the camps, and actually run banding in jungle has been very potent for a long time. It's partly why we don't see so many Graves, Nidalee jungles anymore, because your ability to pump
Teleport coming in. Here comes the Hail Mary. It's the step. This is going to be the spellbook coming through from Mako to give him the flank engage.
Okay, Kanavi tried to buy Spike, couldn't find the knocker, but that means Creed's been shunted back into the team. He's a dead bird. Now the turnaround comes on through as Kanavi does manage to flag and drag out to safety for a second or two, trying to turn this one around. Backline goes Hung. Decent stun and the quickness value, but it's still a 1-for-1 at that point. Jackie in danger. Cleanses up into the sky, but Way is waiting. Flash away. Feather Ball is brutal, but the Nimbus strike finally brings him down with the assistance of Rookie. Disintegrated. Flag drag. Tries to go to Gala, but just not enough damage in Kanavi's health bar. Does manage to flash out to safety, but to where does he go? He's got the curtains to deal with. Does miss that one. He's out to safety. But still, it ends up being a 2-for-3. You get the carries.
You can see there some of the issues of playing Jarvan in a game like this. Don't hit your flag drag. Sometimes things can go awry. This is why the Jarvan is available
really
for IG, and they do have the equalizer. Top Esports. This is not a free Baron. Rookie on the flank also has flash. That Annie. Oh, shuffle onto the Shy.
Oh, he's in trouble. Hung gets on top of him as well. The quickness is in. Looking for another grand entrance. A decimating smash knocks up many people. Gala flashes away, staying alive. Kanavi dead as a result. On the other side, though, Mako knocked up and potentially knocked down. 369 buying space on the other side. Jackie Love deletes the Annie. Way needs to flash away. Gets knocked up by the grand entrance. And it's to the funeral home. Gala brought low by the Emperor on top of it all. You lose Kanavi, but you'll damn well ace the squad outside of Mako.
Oh, Jackie Love is a step-in razor in this game. 9, 2, and 4. Top Esports carries have been putting out the damage that they need. Mako
Smite.
technically does have a spellbook smite, and Kanavi doesn't have it. I don't think he's going to live to be able to use it, though.
He does not, and they'll jump over the wall and ensure he has no way to mercurially find some all these extra tools to make it harder to bring low those birds in mid and bot.
And I think particularly as soon as the equalizer is gone, IG struggle to have much impact in team fights. You need to have even just the slow on the carries to stop them doing follow-up auto attacks. It's really huge in these fights. The Shy, he's been picked off an awful lot. W does hit. Rookie going forwards.
Jackie, nice. Feather Storm to avoid the Tibbers. Battle Dance out. Hung stays alive. Redemption comes on through his 369 JB dead, and Way is gone. Double daggers into the back, and he is down for at least another 40 seconds. Cream comes on forwards, looking for a bit more of an auto attack or two. Decimated Smash flashed away from Kanavi. Looks for the Cataclysm onto 2. The Shy's going to start roasting him. Flash on out of said Cataclysm. Decimated Smash again onto the cow, and the stakes are high, but not for too long, as they'll sink another 6 feet under.
The stakes go high and then low, and then they're buried. IG lose the inhibitor, and they might just lose the game off of that play.
On to the Nexus turrets we go. Top Esports striking first in our heavyweight derby to end day 1, week 1, of course, of the LPL Summer Split Gala. Well, he's supposed to be having a festival. Unfortunately, the festival is a wake for IG's funeral in game 1. Top Esports strike hard, strike first, and dominantly so.
Regional Top Esports, domestic Top Esports is back on your screens, off maligned for other performances.
As the Zeb. That's where things get a little bit weird.
Rel and Grang is probably better
They
options
would probably
here.
be better doing that.
But I can see the Zed potentially in your 2v1s getting value out of being able to get the death
Away. So Kanavi doesn't have Shadow. This could be a bit of a problem now, actually.
Uh-oh. Could be in a dicey spot. Still has the flash. Shadows back up. Flash for flash, but the Zen's blade drags Mako onto the wall. Doesn't matter. Flash for the chomp.
Great jungle support play from IG. They managed to capture Kanavi as he late. Top Esports not responding well to IG's proactive move into the enemy jungle.
Nice cast, but the Shy will try and turn that around with a decent disguise option. But he's pretty low now. 369 not with a huge amount of mana, but it's always deceptive on Gragas. Flash for that body slam. Can't quite get the kill. Turnaround and comes on through as the Shy begins to turn this around. Getting some shock blasts. Solo kill for the Shy.
The 369 ran out of mana. Go. Heal Ignite onto Mako. Ready to fight. No Shadow now. Used it for poke. That's a mistake, Kanavi.
Damage comes on down. Kanavi dead to rights. They'll get one back, though, on the Trundle. Jungle for jungle trade. Teleport's beginning to fly. Not so right now, because Lucian isn't here on the other one. The AD carry's not around. Reese is now in a dangerous position. Remember, no cast. Still throws down the barrel roll. Shoved back with the seismic shove, but has nowhere to go. And Top Esports just overplay it a bit. Mako going to try and Zenith Blade out to safety. Crash down out and away. Cream, no mana himself, really, to find that much value. Can still get some decent damage back, though, with the wind-up autos as Jackie forced to flash with the culling. Hung, maybe going to get an interrupt here.
It just keeps going. Both these teams going for the throat. 2 for 2 overall. Kanavi getting a triple.
Say, discretion's the better part of valor, and pull away from that potential fracas.
369 clearing out as best he can make. Oh, 369 tried to put down a ward there.
Solar Flare, Cass comes on down, buys a bit of time, flashes over the pillar, and now Hung is here, gets a double crash down, TP's flying. Kanavi also coming over, Mako's desperately low. I think there's some dead members to play around here. Jackie Love also here, Kanavi gets it with a Shadow Slash. Doesn't burn, the ult is yet 2 seconds on it, can look to now Death Mark Way. Damage on in, not going to be quite enough for Shy, picks it up. The double tap auto, not quite there either. Jackie doesn't survive with the command protect, but a flash on forward from Cream with the command attack dissonance, gets some value. Hung coming on over, trying to keep people alive, body blocking the threaded volleys. 369 could potentially get over the wall, but flashes from Rookie make this a mess again. 3 dead on the side of Top Esports, as I'm pretty sure IG lose 2.
IG just about getting away with it again. Rookie very nearly getting an exit kill. IG better in the skirt. I think he's got the moat treads, but he's not going that tanky. 369 on the weak side again, though. And, yeah, don't think he's making it out of this one.
Just burned his cask as well to try and get some poke and see if he can get to the show under the turret, kind of away. He's about to get dived like this. There's just not much you get to do. That'll be turret for Invictus Gaming, you think. It is indeed.
3 grubs, Ezreal hitting W on the tower and the Trundle chomping it with Triforce. Yep, that'll do it. Will be 1-for-1 turret trade at least. It's going to be the feat of strength claimed by IG. Jackie Love.
Decent gentle cleanse away from the Solar Flare. Mako will lock it in Eclipse, so it doesn't take too much damage from that. Tier 2 goes down. My god, Jace, Trundle, Ezreal with 3 grubs. Yeah.
It does a hell of a lot of work on Tau. So suddenly what was
a game day. 8-game day.
I mean, yeah, it's not the 9-game day. It could have been worse, and I guess there aren't the 1v1s anymore. Another shadow forwards, maybe unwisely so.
Knavi does get on out and does get some fair damage in Magnet Storm after. It all works out in the end. 2 down already. They've turned it around on the Orianna. The Dracula goes down. Will trade back, though, courtesy of 369. Gala now in danger. Mounted up on with some Ferromancy. The Shy turns up, but it's so damn late. How much damage can he do in the backline here as he needs to run away with the Ghost Blade? Goes to the skies, buys some time, gets a slow down. Can't get as much as he was hoping for. Wait for the Shock Blast. It will be empowered shortly. 369 does dodge away from it after taking that ult as well. Does some good work there. Back to the Dragon we go. Knavi on it. Wait. Also around. This gets dicey. Smite fight. One by the Zed. Crash down from Hung, getting some value. Shockwave goes on down onto Wei, who just about survives for a second or two longer. Mako into the backline. Cream is desperately low. Does go down. Backline goes Knavi, getting damage onto Rookie. Can't quite get it with a death mark, but they'll still get a kill onto that Mako Leona. Resetting on a wall. Can they get a hold of him? Knavi looking for more. This would be a big shutdown. The Shy's the gold lead. And 369 is hunting.
He has flash. He can maybe get out here. Not going to be able to use it. Shut down to 369. And Knavi starting to clean up these plays. The shadows that were getting him killed before are leading to pick out an important pick onto 369 if he's alone on a side lane, onto Orianna if they're out of position, or do you have to save that now for the Zed? Because the only person who is going to be able to really answer the Zed is that Leona immediately CCing them. Otherwise, the shadows are going to start giving multiple escape options for the Zed. You need to immediately hard CC them. Rookie looking for the flick back. Does catch Knavi, but not able to stop the blue buff going down.
Wait, coming. Pele comes on down. Knavi now desperately low. Weaver's wall. Knavi's going to die here. Good shadow for a second to buy time, but he still dies. Over eager on that blue buff invade as IG pull the trigger and punish Knavi.
Every fight is determined by how good or bad the shadow placement is. Knavi gets caught by the flick back and had used the shadow to farm. Suddenly jungler dead.
Herald over those tools, and that can mean your poke core isn't very far away.
You've heard of poke core. Now get ready for poke core. Rookie putting the wall in. Not doing that much though.
He will slide over it with the relentless pursuit. Mako eats some shuriken poke. Ow.
Knavi backing off again. Throw the shadow forward. Back the hell off. So that Solar Flare doesn't give you too many issues. Herald chunks out mid lane, doesn't kill it. That's a great ult though, that's important.
Ooh, Magnet Storm though, into the shockwave. Combo comes through his Mako, just about survives. Gala body blocks the culling, trying to get on top of Jaculov, he's pretty damn low. What about the rest of the play? You've lost Hung, everyone else quite low. Mako has got the Summoner spell but doesn't have teleport available right now, so they have to walk back.
Knavi gets the Scuttle Crab. Jaculov really struggling to deal with Gala. That Gala getting the better of the AD carry 1v1, and that Shock Blast definitely does not help either. Mid turret goes down, IG winning the push and pull.
369 now getting run up by Gala, who's just getting an auto down in farm, but not in gold, and certainly not in damage. Gala's Ezreal, legendary in the LPL, and you can see why. He's got 2 items, and Ezreal has ever been good at that point.
I wonder if Knavi had an option there to all in on the Shy. It's not like he's got any armor, he's got the magic this piece. Knavi walking over.
We go again.
Doesn't get the steal.
Find some value here. Gets a bit of poke. Does catch the Shy just a little. But again, Atakan's up, you know.
It is. Double teleports from IG. If you ever get that double shuriken, get the Eclipse as well from an EQ. He just went over. Yeah, they're not in position to contest this at all. Tried to sneak away a red buff. Instead, they've left the Atakan open. Great punish by IG.
Knavi might again. He's got a flash and a shadow. Not quite enough. Atakan taken. Mako now looking for an
Gala.
Gala goes into the backline. Damage for Knavi. He's onto him. Can't quite get it, but there's the death mark proc. I shouldn't have doubted him. Knavi gonna get flash chop, will go down, but the damage in many ways kind of done here. 369 split off. The Shy looking to get a hold of him. TS on the wrong side of the map. Wei looking for an angle. The ball comes across. Wei looking for some damage. Cream flashing away, but to where? Got a phase rush rolling. Weaver's wall comes down. Won't be taken. Cream doesn't have a flash play. Can he go? Using the chickens to buy space. Going between turrets here. Caught by the pillar. Way on the frozen domain. Shockwave buys time, but the threaded volley and the seismic shove do what they're supposed to do. The rest of TES get out, but they get Gala.
IG playing well around the objectives, forcing the issue again.
Looking to make it happen. Flash down on Gala could be valuable, but flash down on Knavi, Cream, 369, big cooldowns. Here we go again, down to 4k HP. Knavi can shadow in. Rookie looking to stop him. Shadows away from the Zenfei. Turn around though, onto the Shy. He's a big kill. Taking a hold of Knavi, hit with the Solar Flare, in danger, but they've taken the Baron. Shadow going forwards to get Knavi out to safety. Tries to go in for some more damage. Can't quite go to Gala, who backs away. Knavi finally falls as Wade chomps him. gets some damage onto him. Hung needs to back away as 369 being traded with by Gala. Goes over the wall, Hung in danger. Mako going forward with the Zenith Blade. Jackie trying to trade out, gets some damage away with the subjugation rolling. Jackie dashes, flashes for the piercing light, gets a hold of Gala. Sliding, gliding, but he's just not enough. And over comes Rookie with the Weaver's Wall, and 369 gets the triple.
Triple kill for Rookies, and where you have Kanavi still in a good spot, it really is IG picking up more damage between the combination. Stats per level, the extra HP make it much harder to play around it. Top Esports giving it a good shot with some fancy moves from the Zed. Dominic's regards, though, to cut through the front line quite as easily. Wade gonna walk up.
Bit of damage. Now Kanavi's used the shadow to try and get poked down. Goes in. Deathmark down. Tries to go back out to the shadow. Weaver's Wall. Won't get him on the wrong side of it, but can now look for a lot more poke. Rookie looking for a seismic shove. Cream somehow split off as well. And he's going to go down to Gala. The shockwave times out because he dies before it completes. Now looking for more. Flash away from Kanavi. Jackie caught, though. Just about survives, but for how much longer? Just about out of range. 369 goes golden, but I think he'll be eating silver in this game. It's looking like game 3 is all but a done deal. True Shot Barrage not going to kill Kanavi.
The flash shove from Rookie is so excellent. Forces the flash from Kanavi and gets Jackie to retreat and not defend the towers. IG, with the Baron buff active, will look to end the game.
5v3 onto Nexus turrets. They're looking to get jumped on down. Seismic Shove just wide. Hung going into the backline with the Magnet Storm buying time, but will surely fall. Not enough stats in the game to keep himself alive as Jackie eats an empowered shot blast. Way flash for the Chomp. Can't quite get the kill, but the rest of the team surely can. We're going to 3.
Shade from Sivir and just destroy it. It's a big interaction actually with the Brawl when it comes through as well. And there we go. Another draft prediction from yours truly over on LPL. I believe at that point it was behind either Rookie or Knight, one of those two. Rookie, speaking of the man there, drops the ult way back in towards bot side.
Here we go again. Throw down the Titan's Wrath for a second. Jackie, get some autos down. I think that's probably just a dead Hung here, who will be hung out to dry.
Here comes Kanavi.
Kanavi looking to potentially turn around. Mako now low. Big turns around. Not the best spell shield of all time. Damage is pretty good, but Gala throws down the Gatling gun. My god, that Boomerang Blade nearly got Mako.
Same with the wind becomes lightning. Cream having level 6 could have made that into even worse. Still might make it into an even worse affair. Can they stop the recalls? Wind become lightning should be off cooldown.
Oh boy, as the interrupt. Wave is crashing. Cream puts down the ult, and the W gets the kill onto Braum. It's the Nautilus. Interesting comes because of course he's got the teleport. Comes back to lane, and they get everyone under the turret. They'll lose Jackula, but value secured.
3 for 2 in the overall play. You're absolutely right. Hung teleported back to lane to get involved in the kill. Mako had the teleport primed. If he could have completed that recall, he would have been here to contest trading Gruz for Dragon.
And the Civ has been early sent towards that mid lane. Going to get as much control there as they can. The Shy versus 369. How many dashes do you want your top side? And they said yes. Public execution. Traded for all out as the dashes commence. Looking for the Q stacking. 369 misses the Q2. And 1, I think, actually. So it ends up just being a bit of a trade for various ults. Hung's around, though. And the Shy might...
Sivir ricochets, though. Yeah, they get destroyed by the Braum shield. Braum shield destroys ricochets. It's a really big part of Braum versus Sivir. Typically, Sivir pretty all out.
That's a big chunk. Public execute comes on down. Q going to come on through as the footwork is there. Ways around, though. And it becomes a 1v2. 369 flashing away. Way will have to flash to secure it in the end and does so.
Heart Steel Stack acquired. Kanavi on bot side.
Let's try and get some more value here. Lands the Shuriken flip and away.
Outboxing away. Might die for this now, though.
He is dead. There's no way out.
Yeah, I think
he execute.
He could teleport if he saw it coming through. I don't think it matters. He can execute now.
There's a flash from Cream. Going to be quick enough. Oh!
Flash tried to get the kill. Participation with the Proto Belt. Not able to. But, you know, they don't really get to have them, do they?
You don't get that.
Kanavi, was he spotted hanging over there? Yes, he was. He's definitely spotted. No, that's going to be the ult.
Crescent Guard comes on down. Gravity Field he needs to get out of, but goes back on, but he's just a dead man. Will he buy enough time for people to come on through? Looking to get some more healing, and does get a decent amount of work before he goes down. But where is the rest of top esports? Finally on the hunt to go forwards. Cream trying to buy time. Still hit by the Braum passive. TP comes on through now. Perfect execution. Not quite with the 5-point strike. Few more than just 3. Cream alive! No way! But the problem is IG on the other side also surviving. Way looking to back on out. The Shy's TP'd in. Where, oh where, is the rest of the damage? Shuriken flip. Might be an angle back in. Does not get the kill on Braum. And it leaves him trapped on the gravity field. Double for the Shy. Jackie about to fall as well. It's an utter mess here. As top esports finally claim Rookie under that one. But it's a triple for the Shy. and a mess for top esports.
Well, we found out about the interaction. If you hit the ult, it's pretty bad news here for top esports. Yeah, Ambassador is definitely one of the champions that can clean up very, very effectively. Ult dropped onto Cream to poke him out under turret.
Sivir got 1 kill, but unfortunately Cream got nothing in that last play. Very frustrating for him. I think he might be in danger here. Does go forward with the public execution. Should have a second one with, but a flash keeps him potentially dangerously low. Sped up his way, and a flash for that Death Ray, and Way's final flail gets it. All the while, their mid lane does fall. So costs a little bit there. Way and Rookie both forced to burn the flashes. They kill off Cream nonetheless, though.
Ends up being the feat of strength there for top esports too, because they get that first turret. However, Cream dies, ends up losing his turret on the side lane. Rookie happy to pick up that gold. All out from the Shy.
Onto the Shy. Valley. Public execution goes on forwards as 369 tried to flash to stay.
Using the trade against the Ambassador that.
Yeesh.
Does have the Conqueror. Allows you to take longer trades.
Does get Twilight Shroud down. Buys a little bit of space. Flash away. But the Shy goes on in. Public execution part 2 keeps him alive.
Oh, so close. He was inches short. Has to teleport out. Kanavi, can he get the kill?
Oh.
No, he can't. Teleport back to base as 369 teleports to try and cut him off with a pass. The Shy nearly misses the kill. Or rather, narrowly misses the kill, but then also narrowly escapes.
Then leads to a muchness there. Being held on to his flash, by the way, all the way through that stage.
Starting to come up. You see the poke coming through from Rookie. He's landing.
And Win becomes light and just becomes wide. The striking flip did land, but the problem is in speed forward. So PG in good control of these bushes right now. 369 looking for a flank angle, but the Shy also coming on down. 369 got the path making to make himself a little bit tanky. Grab Sejuani ult goes wide for one into the Glacial Prison. Reminded of myself of the name.
Just look at these E's from the Victor. It's being traded for Civicus, but Rookie's getting the better part of the poke right now.
Gonna go down. That's a big pick, but the turnaround potentially dangerous. Kanavi to the backside. Audacious charge. Crescent Guard works well as the ult from the Victor. That Arcane Storm, not the most value into the backline goes to Shy. Cream is dead. That resets the ult. Rookie flashes forwards. The Siphon Power working. Kanavi. Audacious charges towards the Crow. 369's gone all out, but that means he has no resists. And he needs to run away from the Foss Bomb. Boomerang Blade chunks people, but IG come out on top.
Rookie controls the fight. Awesome team fight from the Victor, consistently putting down threat onto the melees whilst also keeping himself safe enough that the full collapse can't come down onto him. Keeps himself safe, takes over to 10 stacks of that Rod of Ages midway through that fight too. IEG, great composition if they reach this point in the game where they can protect their backline with this meaty frontline, and that's exactly what they did. Get themselves to solid points, and Gala!
He's got no Valkyrie, he got pulled out of it, he's being exhausted. Kanavi hits the win, becomes lightning, he's going to die, and that actually means without a Khan available, it's going to go the way of top esports.
Devastating mistake from the previously 5-1 Corky. Gala not only caught out by the hook, but also cancelled in that Valkyrie. You're completely right. That leaves IG in a difficult position.
Mako's got a flash and a smite, by the way. Eyes on. Teleport behind. Watch the Braum. Watch the Braum. Can he get it? No, he can't. Kanavi secures. Fight the backline as the Shy comes on in, begins to Drake Hound step his way through some damage. Backline goes Cream, but again, he just hasn't picked up the kills until just now. Important for him. Q3 onto Mako. He goes down. Crescent Guard forces way in the wrong direction. It's a top esports way on the highway. Rookie at least gets one back, but that's all you'll find.
Gala throws his team into the worst position. Rookie tries to do...
It is, we're largely at parity here in terms of items. There's only 80 carries. I'm just in the mid lane way. Assault away.
Okay, so top esports, can they confidently close down the backline? Mako has Ghost, has Exhaust. Exhaust can be really important in this fight. Hung has Cleanse and Flash. I don't love the fact that he doesn't have an Ignite or an Exhaust himself. Might be the first person caught out again. Looking for the hook, gets onto Mako, the shield's up.
Cream on the backline, looking to get onto Gala, and Rookie who aren't doing any damage right now because Cream is forcing them away. Got more to work with. Shuriken flip and an R2 to work with. Gala's in danger. There it is. Cream goes golden. The Shy can't find it. Public excuse in the backline will bring down Jackie though. Shy finally falls, and they won't get any more work with the Arcane Storm. They find 3 in trade for just 1.
The hook works well. Assassination potential. Gala really struggling in this game now, and mistake that led to the Atakan and the comeback for top esports into a difficult team fight because he walked too close to the Nautilus and then got finished off anyway, but just struggled to see how Gala can deal with Akali. No magic resist, very little HP, only has that in the Triforce. Cream has had his number. It's on Rookie then after that point, who's done a decent job, but he hasn't quite got those ult resets to completely shred through the team. See if they can find a better team fight around the Baron. Kanavi positioning very dangerously.
Back steps wisely, turn around as Glacier Prison comes on through, but Hung not in too much danger. TPs begin to fly. Kanavi now with the Crescent Guard, the shine on the backside, but doesn't really get all that much value. Needs to start Drake Hound stepping away, and does.
Mark onto him. Mako's not that tanky, is he? Top Esports realize, okay, because the backline now feels a little afraid when that hook lands onto the Braum, maybe we'll start to gun him down. It's not like it's not really like IG been able to rally behind him that much. IG have enough HP to start again though. Exhaust still on Mako, has flash this time. Hung, where's that hook going?
Anyway, currently being held for a later date.
No Sivir ultimate, kind of important though. Well, yes, there is no Nautilus ultimate, which definitely helps at this point. Missing. Bradfield controlling the choke points, not helping that much though. They break through it anyway.
Much better vision control right now for IG, but we want a flank angle. Looking for something is not going to be spotted. It's there. Watch this, Akali! Could look down the back and into the double knockup on Rookie and Gala. Cream going to be buying some time. Yet to press the R2. They get the kill onto the Nautilus, but Ambessa dead on the other side. Cream goes golden, but he's nearly dead. Knockup with the 3 talent strike. Corki goes down, but look at the Victor. Arcane Storm continues to expand. 369, they're running at Rookie. He's so tanky right now. Could maybe 1v3. He's going to have to, because they keep running at him. Jackie spell shields the part 2 of the the death ray. Mako buys inside, the wind becomes down, he goes wide, but they're still going to flash on forwards, gets the knock. The shield! The shield is used from Mako. It doesn't matter. Gravity Storm is still not enough, and they will bring down enough members. Way is alive, though, and he can turn back for Dragon.
By him, allowing Cream to get a whole clump of people. It's not actually the game-ending fight, though, because Cream does end up positioning, you know, into the Glacial Fissure, but Gala, another
doesn't have something like a QSS either, does have the spell shield, but sometimes does feel a little bit lacking at points. Baron, vision cleared by IG.
Rookie also doesn't have really scary and correctly checked by Kanavi. Will press and guard immediately. There comes the Glacial Fissure. Then the jungler is so dead. Not going to be able to survive that. On the other side, Cream in a 1v1 with the Shine. Not having a fun time with it. Jungler down though means Baron is IG's.
And Cream's ult is down. IG, that is the biggest go button they could have. The Shy finding out Akali on the flank is the really big win there. Baron is going to go through. Sivir will push in a wave into the mid lane. Can't finish off the tower, sadly for them. IG, good pick onto Kanavi, who's been caught out a couple of times now. I say a couple of times because they are literally his 2 only deaths, but both of Kanavi's deaths have been very important. First in that bot jungle a little earlier, and then right here, which allows the Baron to come through. Cream's ultimate will be up fairly quickly, but still has a bit of cooldown. IG still have that green flag, really, to keep going until that cooldown comes back up.
And I get it, he's got the wind becomes like you can check from a long, long way away. Crescent Guard as well, but like they just aren't there to defend him as he does. Cream off on a side, Jackie not there. These are big moments when you're trying to face check like that.
Okay, Cream has his ult back up now. IG, they do need to play more respectfully now. Garlic, he is not tanky at all. The Shy answering 369 on the side lane, looking to finish the turret. He will do. Way there to support him.
Potentially get pulled back, but the Untofo strikes part 3. Not mean to the Return of the Jedi this time around.
Isn't that Revenge of the Sith part 3?
Yeah, I think for the third
It's like initial burst, not always what you need it to be. Kanavi has one, the Shy has one.
4th item just completed by Jackie Love. Now got himself the Flicker Blades on top of everything else.
Important, gives you good uptime, very good uptime on the spell. Shield Maker caught out, that's a problem, he's not as tanky as he needs to be.
Oh, goes back in after the door comes out, but there's the Glacial Fissure buys some time, Cream at the backside, looking to get it down to the exhaust, comes down. But Gala's gone really deep, not quite dead. Cream, flash, execution. Cream goes golden, buys time, 369, buys his space, Rookie needs to run, hit by the flash, Whimper comes lightning in the audacious charge, knocked up, Gravity Field buys time, but there's another charge forwards, he's dead.
369 Cassante delivers Gala into the choke point and puts him to bed. The 369 Cassante play seals the victory for Top Esports, and that might just win them the game.
Immediately teleporting mid, they know this is their moment. They are running straight for the tier 2.
Ridiculous.
It's the second turret of the game.
Top Esports win a game off of a series of punishes onto Gala's Corki, who can't get the job done in the late game. Top Esports clutch out a seriously close game.
20 seconds on Gala. They should be able to end this with enough damage here, but keep your eyes on the cooldowns. If they mess this up, it still gets interesting. Turrets about to fall, and I think there will just not be quite enough time. Top Esports clutch their way to a 2-1 victory. Invictus Gaming. Wonder how it all went wrong.
How the